Right, so we're just doing originating key by disassembly. We've got this aftermarket automotive key. Should be for GMC early 2000s. But yeah, we'll get started. The snap ring. Just comes out through the front here. Make sure that didn't happen. So we know which wafer that came from. Alrighty. So just lay the wafers out in order here. Got first one there. So that's the first one. Second one. Let's keep these in order. One from the back of the cylinder forward. Third one. Fourth. We've got our 8 wafers here. So looks like these ones have the numbers on the wafer. So we'll start at the bow. So first is a 2 cut, then a 4. Another 4. It's hard to make it. That's a 7. 7. Number 3. Number 2. Like another 2. Ooh, actually, I think I read that one wrong. That's not a 7, that's a 2 cut. 1, 2. And the last one is a 3. Right. So we got our code 244232223. So I will go cut a key, put the wafers back in, and then test it, see if it works. So we've already disassembled the ignition lock, so now we're going to do one of the door locks. Am I in frame for that? Let me just... So we've got this guy here. So we're going to start with removing this cap. I'm just going to gently pry with a flathead. Now this is just an aftermarket cylinder I bought for the lab, so we're going to try to reuse this cap. Well, there's a good chance with some of them, if you break them, you just have to replace them. Come on. There we go. That's off. Now we got to remove the little clip on the back here. Keep your hand on it or it will go flying. That removed. Remove this tail piece. Spring will come out. And the plug comes out. to see if there's any different cuts in this than in our automotive. Doesn't look like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wafers there. Okay, but that is disassembled. Just going to put it off to the side in case we need it. Right, so we have our the code we got from our keys. Now this is an aftermarket cylinder, so I don't know if they just didn't have the wafers in there, because we only had 8 bittings here, and this should be a GM10 cut. So for the first 2 bittings where there's no cuts or no wafers in the actual lock, I'm just going to put 1s in the code we have, and then the rest, and go from there. So we've got manufacturer code for the ITL. It's 519. Then we put in the correct slide for it. It's the 1GM1. We fit in our key. Make sure everything's nice and where it's supposed to be. Tip stop. Good. Key looks nice and level. So then we'll put in our code. So 2 1s, 2 4 4 2 3 2 2 3. We'll hit code and then cut. So we move our vise. To the left, and then I'm just going to cut it again. Flip it over. Just gonna make sure that's clear. Cut. To the left. Cut that once more. Ready. So just brush it off quickly. Ready. So we got our key cut here. So now we'll go back to the locks and give it a quick test. Alright, so we got the key we just code cut there. And I'm just going to check it in the door lock first. And all the wafers nice and flush. So now I'm just going to reassemble the cylinders and then make sure the key's working. So why don't we start with this guy. Use the key in it. goes in. Key out. Get this spring on. Make sure there's tension on the spring. This upside down. This in. Oh, geez. So we've got Kiwi just code cut. So now we're just going to make sure that it works in the cylinders. So this is the door cylinder. So as you can see, wafers are nice and flush. And then I'm just going to put all the wafers back into this guy. We'll be able to give it a good proper test. 4. 4. Got all the wafers back in. I'm just going to insert the key. Everything's looking nice and flush. So just put this back in. Gotta push that little piece down there. Pieces fell out. in. It is turned. Okay. Snap ring on the end. Popped out a little bit. There. That's back in. Seems to be working. I'm just going to put some lubricant in here. And it goes in and turns nice and smoothly. So now we'll just get this side door reassembled as well. So I'm going to get the key in. Just that goes. Our little spring. It's locked over. And our tailpiece. Snaps on like so. Get our little retaining clip put back on there. Okay. Now, and it turns. We'll get our face cap back on there. Often you'd replace this. This isn't going back into a vehicle, so I'm just going to fit the old one back on. Kind of press that down. So that's on. So yeah, final test. Let's get some lubricant in here as well. We've got a working key originated by disassembly. Right, so we're doing the originating keys by disassembly lab. Sorry, that looks kind of... So I've got a Wiser KIK here with no existing keys. So we're going to be taking this guy apart and then figuring it out. I got some depth keys we're going to be using. And I forgot to grab shims. And then shims to actually get the cylinder open. So we'll start with removing the knurl nut on the back. Okay, and then forgot to grab a key blank. Shims. This is an older Wiser, so it's only pin 5. It makes it a little harder when you don't have that extra space to guide the shim in. first pin slipped. Second, third. So we got the fourth there. Make sure our shim stays lined up. Alright, so we've got it. Should have it shimmed at this point. Get our follower in. Then slide out our plug. Okay. So now we're going to use our depth keys, starting with 0. So definitely not that. I can probably skip ahead a little bit. So high. Still no on number 3. So it looks like the first cut is number 4. Next cut's probably going to be pins. Alright. Looks like the number 5 depth key is bent. That's odd. I don't know why that would be so. There we go. So number 5 in, it's like cylinder 2 and cylinder number 4. That's number 5. 5 and a 5. And number 6. And it looks like a number 6 for the remaining 2, number 3 and number 5. So 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. Just set our cylinder off to the side there, and we will go to our code cutter. Okay, so just over at the ITL now, so we've got our Wiser key blank. Grab the ITL code 167. Manufacturer, insert flat number 8. Oh, no. Insert number 2. My bad. Ready. That goes. This one uses the shoulder stop. And I left the... I just have to go grab the code. I forgot it in the other room. Okay, now we've actually got the code for this lock. So 45656. 45656 code. And then we'll hit cut. Look a little low or a little high for Wiser. cut it again. I have the wrong insert. Well, we'll brush off and test it. Alrighty. So, got the key, but as we can see right now, cuts are definitely way too high. So I'm thinking, because all the cuts are even across with the pin sticking out, I might have just had it in the vise wrong. So I'm going to try cutting it again with the ITL, and then we'll see where we are. So same manufacturer number, let's double check that, 167, that's good. We've got insert number 2 in there. We've shoulder stopped at fitting 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, code, and cut. Cut it once more just to clean it up a little. And just brush it off quickly. So definitely took more material off that time, so I think what had happened is I had the vise too wide and the key just went on top. And now we've got a nice, is that focusing? Yeah, a nice flush keyway. So we'll go back, reassemble this cylinder, and then test. Right, so we're back with the rest of the parts. Insert our code cut key. Again, as I showed earlier, it's nice and level now. We'll slide that shim out of there first. And insert the key back in. The plug back in. It's working nice and smoothly. Just going to spray some lubricant in there. It's a little dry. That's better. So yeah, pushing up, pulling down, kind of rocking the key. It's not catching anywhere. Back off and tick. And now you've got a nice smooth key for this KIK.